Hi everyone, and thank you for purchasing the Stickers Shopify section by qwiqode. In this video, I'll be showing you how to actually use it. So if you haven't installed it yet, please refer to the separate video included in the package, and you also have access to a PDF with instructions. So to get started, head over to your theme editor, navigate to the page you want to add the sticker to, and over on the left, click on Section, search for the sticker, and there you go. Now let's place this right up here. Even right there, let's say, up here. So a default image comes up, which is this qwiqode logo right over here. We can go in and select the image, a different image, upload the image or whatever. Let's select this for right now. This is just some sort of default image. As you can see, it's kind of stuck at the very top here. It really goes, you place the sticker in between sections. So right now, this entire section, this entire area is one big section. So it appears, it goes right before because that's where we've placed it over on the left. Now we can enlarge the image. We can adjust the horizontal position and the vertical. Let's start with the vertical just to get it out of the way over there. So we can move this. Now the calculation is that you have 0 to 100% vertical position. It's basically 100% is the height of the image. So that's the maximum you can move it down, is the height of this image. So if I put it on 100, then it's basically that height plus another half. So that's the maximum with this image size. If we make the image smaller, as you can see, it moves a little bit closer up to the top. Then you can move the horizontal position. So right now it's set at 50% right in the middle, but let's move it over to the right. Let's say around there. Move the vertical position around there, let's say. That's good. You have both settings for horizontal and vertical position for mobile as well. Since on mobile, you have a different alignments, you have different sizes. So let's say we want to keep this size. We want to move the vertical position over, let's say a little bit like that. Let's make this a little bit smaller and also to the right over there. But let's go back now to the desktop. You also, with the vertical position, I'll show you that in a minute, you could set the direction. So if you notice we moved the vertical position, it moved it down. We can also move it up right now so we won't see it. It's way up at the very top. And it's basically hidden because it's the first section. But if we place it here, we'll just do it now. If I move it down here, then as you can see, it's above. The section is actually right here. So you can move it above or below, however you'd want to do it. Let's move that back down over there. There's another option where you can set the section as an independent block. This means you set it up and it doesn't hover over anything. It just takes up the space of the height of the image. So if you just want it to be separated and evenly fit, neatly fit between sections, like so, you can do something like that as well. Let's turn that off. Next, you can create a link. So this sticker can be a link. So let's say we're advertising a sale. So we can go to, let's say, link to a specific product. Now, as you see, the arrow becomes a pointer. You can click it and it'll go to that page. Next, we also have another setting for the section itself. which is the section width. If you notice, then when we move the horizontal position to 100%, then it's basically going over and it's showing half of the project. So 100% from the center is exactly at the edge. But we can also give a maximum width so that it doesn't do that, and you can control exactly where you want it to appear. Or if you set it to full screen, then this is ignored and it goes all the way to the edge of the page. If, let's say, we go into full screen mode, as you can see, it goes all the way there. If we have it at regular and we go to full screen, then this is the place it's going to be, like the maximum in terms of the width. Next, we have section padding top and bottom. It's only available when this is an independent block. So if we set this as an independent block, we can then add in more padding to the top, which is the area above and below. As you can see, it basically moves. You just give it some more breathing room, like that. Same goes for mobile. We have the same settings for the mobile version if it's set as an independent block. Next, we can add some text that'll wrap around the circle. So let's say we're making a sale or running a sale. So the text has appeared. You can see it currently hovering over the image. Then you go and you set the distance from the image itself. So we can adjust that. As you can see now, the text is further and further away from the edge. And as you can see that also the vertical position is being affected because the entire height of the sticker is being affected. So then if you want to move it back up, then you can just move this vertical position a little bit like so. We have the same distance from image for the mobile version as well. Radius text around circle. So we can set, right now the text, it's very short. If we put in here, let's say Black Friday sale, you can see it wraps around. Let me make this red so we can see it better. It wraps entirely around the image. But if we set this to be, let's say, 200 degrees, it only wraps from here to here, as you can see. And then it scrunches the letters closer together. We can do it all the way to 180 degrees, like that. Now, if we want to align this more properly, we have offset of start of text. So this will move the start of the text. So we can move that over. And as you can see, well, actually goes the other way around, but we can do flip offset, and then that moves it the correct way. So if we want to have it just like that, for instance. Next, we have duplicate text. Now this, if we want to have this text duplicated a number of times, so we can do once, twice. So you can see it appears twice, Black Friday sale, Black Friday sale. But now we can adjust the radius to give it some more space, and then the offset to adjust that however we like. Maybe flip offset. It's a little bit of trial and error until you get the right positioning correct, because it's depends on the length of the text and the amount of times you're duplicating. Another option for duplication is if you have a really short word like this, and so you can, instead of duplicating it in the text box, you could just do this, have it go around. Let's go 360, so it goes all the way around that. This is like that, so on. Custom font. Currently, the font, there is a recommendation to use mono space fonts, which basically means that each character takes the same amount of width and height. And that way this whole thing gets calculated correctly. But you can also try other fonts as well. So let's say we want to do Arvo or something more slab related. So it works very well just the same. But there could be some fonts that have very different widths to each character, and that could affect the look of it. Next, we have font weight, so we can adjust the weight, make it bold or make it regular. We can adjust the font size. Let's put the distance here a little bit less. Okay. Next is the fun part, which is the animation. So we can rotate the image. So this image can spin around just like that. And we can rotate the text. We have a certain speed here that we should adjust, as you can see. And of course, we can have them both running. Now we can also adjust the direction. So image direction is right now turning clockwise, but we can set the text to turn counterclockwise. Just like that. Or we just want the image, and so on. And the last setting is ZIndex for the sticker. So this is basically an advanced CSS setting. ZIndex is basically the layer. If you're looking at it as if you're looking at the site from top view, there are different layers, and sometimes these stickers could get stuck underneath or above certain elements that you don't want. Let's say you want the sticker to be above this header. So you'd want to put in a number. This is a very large number. You don't have to go all the way up that way, but you can put that up there and then you can see it goes above. So sometimes you have different elements, whether it's a chat box or something else that is getting in the way. You can change this layer, and it's a little bit of playing around with until you find the right layer. Now you don't have to go one by one. You can jump in multiples of very large numbers. You can start at 10. You can. It's a little bit of, that's why it's advanced, to figure out where it is. Usually this shouldn't be a problem because most of the time things are very low, on a very low level. So this shouldn't be a big problem for you. And that's it. So I can just show you a few more little tricks. So if you move this over, let's say down here, and let's say we want this to go up like that, we can put the sail right over there, and then we can move it to the left-hand side. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And a little bit more to the left, a little bit less vertical, or a little bit more, excuse me. But I think you get the gist of it. And then if this is linkable, you can click and it'll go to the page that you want to go to. And that's it. So thank you again, and we hope that this section helps you achieve your goals. And if you have any trouble or any issues, please don't hesitate to reach out to us on the support page. There's a form there that you can fill out, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks again.